Hey guys, it's John, and welcome to my playthrough of Nevermind. It's a first-person indie horror game in early access on Steam, and it's available for $20. But I got it on sale for $15 because I know how to bargain hunt. What can I say? I don't really know anything about it. There was a warning when I started the game saying that it dealt with a lot of psychological issues, depression, stuff like that, because I think in the game you're like looking into the minds of patients or something like that. It's worth noting that it is built around biofeedback. You're supposed to have like a heart rate monitor hooked up. I don't have anything like that, so we're just gonna be playing it vanilla. I think, we should be able to still get a similar experience, but we just won't have that element of it in this playthrough, so sorry. One last thing before we begin, I noticed that I got a lot of comments about my beanie in the Morphine playthrough, which if you haven't seen Morphine, you should check that out. So I decided to wear it again, because I thought all of the comments about it, like, what's with the hat, were pretty funny, so I thought I would wear it again. Let's go! Please move the slider below. I already did this. I already set everything up, man. This is my first rodeo. I know what to do. So yeah, keep in mind, $20 game. Looks pretty good. Feels pretty good. Not looking bad so far. Opening day, Neurostalgia founders and elite employees greet clients and staff on the Institute's first day publicly open. Okay, this guy does not look too happy to be here. Let's see, Ethical Research Society honors those people for pursuing knowledge and innovation without harm to animals. Okay, so we're at some sort of research institute. I'm assuming that's where we are, anyway. There it is. It's no longer an assumption, it's based on fact. Alright. There's a brain. National Distinction of Innovation, Technology, and Humanities. We pretty much get the idea here, right? Global Neurotherapeutic Initiative. Lots of difficult to pronounce words. Not really difficult, but just stuff you gotta take your time with a little bit, Respect. The founders of the Institute ensured that from the first day that every client staff member will be treated with respect, dignity, and priority, regardless of who they are. Let's see. Well, let's go then. Interact. Do I just click? Hello, Doctor. Our facial recognition sensors detect that you must be Neurostalgia's newest neuroprober. Welcome to the team. We can take care of the final registration details here. Please continue to proceed with this process. We appreciate you arriving extra early today. I know this is like a really tiny gripe, but the slightly slanted E's in the typeface are driving me nuts. We find it helps to onboard new neuroprobers before colleagues and clients arrive. As a neuroprober, you'll be delving into the subconscious mind of our clients to help them work through their struggles with psychological trauma. So consider this a second warning for those of you who may be sensitive to that type of stuff. It is deeply important work, but work that requires a great deal of security and discretion. We will now proceed to verify your identity. Okay. The experience ahead will contain tense and disturbing scenes and situations. These scenarios may trigger adverse reactions to participants who may be especially sensitive to narratives and imagery involving psychological trauma. By proceeding forward, you take full responsibility for what you may experience ahead. Do you agree to this? You can't continue without agreeing. Yeah, sure. I have to... Okay. Hi. Let's see if we can get away with this. Okay. We see that you came wearing your assigned iStalgia device. I did? No, I didn't. Thank you for your compliance with standard policy. You may notice tips and points of interactions within the Institute will be highlighted by the lens. Your first day registration is complete. Please proceed to the staff-only area behind you. Your iStalgia lens has been synced to your employee account and will grant you access through the doors. Touch anywhere on the screen to continue. I got an achievement called First Day at Work. All right, let's get into this. I'm guessing these are like Kickstarters. Well, hang on a sec. Just want to check out all these doctors here. There's 9 of them. There's additional offices as well. Excuse me. I want to go in. Oh, I have to click. All right. So this is one of those games where interact is click. Gotcha. It's fine when you, like, there's no like controls screen, and I guess that's just because this is like a mouse-driven game. Maybe we won't pull the fire alarm. It's probably fine. We can't go to the bathroom. Not even if we want to. This bench is dedicated to Rosario R. Travieso. I don't probably butchered that pronunciation as always. Not even gonna try. I'm guessing these are Kickstarters. Was this a Kickstarted game? I didn't know that. So it's Kickstarted and also in early access? I'm not sure how I feel about that, but whatever, seems okay so far. Hey, that's me, Dr. Harshly Critical. I like seeing that. Nice. Even the most complicated knots sometimes need a hand to untie themselves. What? Okay. Wait, what? Oh, okay. It just raises it up. It doesn't put it in front of the screen or anything. Dear Dr. Critical, let us be the first to warmly welcome you to the Neurostalgia Institute. This room is your office, and we trust that you will find everything you need to comfortably work here. Your iStalgia lens will log you into your primary computer just across from this desk. You can get started there whenever you feel ready. Once again, welcome to our small and elite team of neuroprobers. We feel honored to have you here working with us. Yeah, good. Is that the computer? Do I just walk over and begin? Boom. Welcome, Dr. Critical. Let's select the client. INTROSIM. A simulated mindscape constructed by Neurostalgia to help with new employee orientation. Activate imprint. INTROSIM's imprint has been activated. You may now commence neuroprobing. You think they would come up with a different verb than probing? Seems a bit intrusive. Maybe like neuroobserve. Like all one word. That's a dumb name. Yes, thank you. Not as complex as an actual client, the INTROSIM offers unique guidance to train and remind neuroprobers of the key principles. Oh, so this is a
Things
tutorial.
have become almost unbearable for me. And for my family. Nothing has helped. I guess that's why I'm here. So, if I just talk about my troubles, you'll be able to use it later to help with the procedure? Seems hard to believe, but you're the experts. I think many of my issues started when I was young. So, why don't we start with my childhood days, yes? Okay, let's see. I was raised in a lovely cottage in rural Germany. We didn't have much, but my twin sister, our father and I got by. There was actually a great famine for much of my early childhood, and often we went without food. I had many happy moments with my family, but the darkest times began when my father remarried. My stepmother always resented my sister and me. We didn't like her much either, to be honest. God, she was horrible. Sometimes she would take my sister and me out for long walks in the forest, and then she'd hurry home. My sister and I couldn't keep up, and we'd often get lost. We learned to leave a trail of whatever we could find on those walks to help us get home. I guess, in some ways, our stepmother helped us become resourceful like that. My sister is a real fighter. The kind of woman any girl or boy could look up to. She volunteers to work with various youth organizations now. Enough about her. Okay, what else? Maybe I should talk about my feelings, yes? You may find it hard to believe, but I've always struggled with various eating disorders and anxiety around food. Eating anything rich makes me feel scared and anxious. It's hard to describe. My sister has actually experienced similar issues, and it has worsened for us both as we've gotten older. That's not normal, now, is it? We've seen countless doctors about this in the past. They've determined that our issues may be trauma-related, but have yet to help us sort out the underlying source. They have yet to fix us. That's why we're here.
Okay. That was more detailed than I anticipated.
Welcome to Neuroprober training. I am pleased to be your guide. When I'm speaking, you can always make a right-click motion to skip this instruction.
Okay, thank you. Notice everything.
Whether you are speaking with the client directly or neuroprobing within their mind, it is always imperative to listen.
This doesn't seem like a horror game.
Every detail of the subconscious is trying to tell its story. In the case of our clients, it's often the forgotten story of the trauma they experienced. Some parts of the patient's memory may have become confused or corrupted by the conscious mind's attempts to reconcile or cover up the truth of what happened to them. However, if you look closely and carefully in the right places, you will find that the truth will ultimately shine through.
Alright, thanks for that.
Some parts of the subconscious allow you to interact with them, while neuroprobing, make a left-click motion to engage with it. Holding on to right-click will allow you to move the item around to examine it further. When you are done, you can make a left-click motion again, and it will return to its natural position.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so, this game was listed under horror in its Steam tags, but it's not really striking me as that at the moment. I guess we'll see what happens.
While neuroprobing, you will encounter objects that look like photographs. This is how your consciousness interprets the concrete memory moments it finds within the client's psyche. Typically, there are about 10 of these memory photos found in each psyche. The mind can hold on to only so much. You'll find that half of these photos present an actual moment relating to the trauma. The other half tend to be false memories created by the client's conscious mind. It will ultimately be up to you to determine which are which. More on that later.
Okay.
When you acknowledge a memory photo, it will surface more prominently in the client's psyche. And when you have found all 10 photos, you must put 5 of the memories that actually represent the trauma in the proper order. Doing so will, at last, fully release the memory to the client's conscious mind. Often he or she will experience a breakthrough at this moment. That breakthrough is what every neuroprober lives for and is the key to the client finally being able to work towards true recovery.
Okay. I see. So that's the main source of gameplay.
The most important thing you do as a neuroprober is find and acknowledge these photos. However, this is easier said than done. While some photos are freely available in the subconscious, others are buried deeply within and will need to be coaxed out.
I see. Okay. So basically it's a photograph hunting game with a little bit of puzzling when you reorder things. And that door just opened. Okay. So yeah, not what I expected at all, but I mean,
interacting with one part of the mind can sometimes open up new areas of the psyche. Some things, like these doors, can change their state in response to actions taken elsewhere.
okay. Cool. My sister saved me from becoming dinner. Let's see.
The subconscious doesn't take kindly to intruders and will take every opportunity to feed off of any sensations of anxiety or tension you offer to
This is where the heart
If you
rate
can,
monitor comes into
it.
play.
Try to stay calm and peaceful, even in the face of terror. If you can calm yourself, you'll find the subconscious will calm itself too.
Okay. Honestly, like, beautiful game so far. Was really not expecting something like this. Can I pick that up? No?
Here is an example of an especially buried memory. Some details of a given trauma can be especially tenacious, but by gently and cleverly listening to the clues the mind gives you, you will find all you need to work through it. Just think of it as a puzzle for you to solve. When you focus on these puzzles, make a right-click
Oh, sorry. What was
Here's
it?
an example of some details of a... Just think of it as a puzzle. When you focus on these puzzles, make a right-click motion if you need to break your concentration.
Okay, so clearly we're supposed to rearrange these. White with white. Oh, this is... Okay. Super easy. But it's a tutorial, you know, so... That makes sense. I want it. The birds would never sing for us. This is kind of cool. And of course, this is the tutorial mind, basically, so it's... I assume it's very straightforward compared to ones that we'll face later. What was that? It was like a little dark spot. Huh. So what's the deal up here? Nothing? It's just kind of a dead end? Oh. A terrible fire burned our home down.
While neuroprobing, your consciousness is lost deep inside the subconscious mind of the client. While this is a journey that you must make alone, we at the Neurostalgia Institute take the safety of our neuroprobers very seriously. If you need to access any of your neuroprober tools or pull your consciousness free, press your finger where an escape key might be. This will bring up your neuroprober tools.
Oh, okay.
And you can proceed as needed from there.
So the menu, gotcha. Oh hey, we're back out here. So I guess we've gotten all 5 of the memories or whatever. Now we just need to reorder them. Maybe it looks like we're supposed to go in through here. Maybe there are 5 more. I guess there are 5 more that we need to acquire. And then we sort out the 5 real ones. I think she said something.
Do you
to that
remember
effect.
when I mentioned that the client's subconsciousness can feed off of your fear? Some especially vulnerable areas can be very sensitive and dangerous. When you place your consciousness in another's subconsciousness, there is a risk of you getting hurt, of the pain and turmoil of the client's subconscious drawing your own mind into its agony. You must be brave in these areas despite the risk. You must stay calm. Should you let your fears get the best of you, it will be incredibly difficult to proceed unharmed.
Gotcha. Well, I'm calm.
You can even pick up and walk around with some objects. To do so, interact with it, and then start walking while holding on to it.
Like that? What a puzzle! Did we do anything cool? Wasn't really a fan of that sound. Oh, you have a head missing. Oh, okay. Oh, here it is. Okay, I was about to say, I thought we had to go all the way back and get the other one. Interesting musical accompaniment. Baby head, again. Oh. The environment has changed. Now we're back. Okay. Furnace. Perhaps that's how the fire started. She would take us to the forest to die, but we would leave a trail to find our way back home. One time we got very lost. Uh-oh. Might be falling down pretty soon. What is the deal here? I kind of want to get over there. What does it say? Did I do something incorrect? Oh. The house was a trap. Children will be cooked and eaten there. That's probably what I was missing. Alright. Well, we can make our way past the candy spikes now, I guess. I don't know how I missed that. But then again, I miss stuff like that fairly regularly. This game kind of reminds me of Doorways a little bit, if any of you remember that game. Kind of the same concept. You get into like the minds of various patients, I think. Except it kind of takes like a medieval twist. Well, they're not really patients, they're like, I think they're like serial killers, I can't remember. It's been so long.
When your consciousness is in another's subconsciousness, your psyches will inevitably intermingle. Just as the client's mind can affect you, you will see parts of yourself reflected in the mind of the client. Tread lightly and tread carefully.
Thank you. Pick up. Oh, it's a cupcake. Oh, it's a heart. Interesting, so they made a trail. This is like a Hansel and Gretel type of thing with all the candy and we made a trail, children were cooked and eaten there, that type of thing. That sounds like something out of a fairy tale. It's probably untrue. And not something that actually happened to them. Oh, there's an owl. Huh, we passed an owl statue earlier. Is that a squirrel? Yeah, we passed a squirrel statue earlier as well.
At Neurostalgia, we take great measures to ensure our neuroprober's safety as best we can. However, you are about to proceed through a highly dangerous area that you must face alone. If the client's subconscious becomes too volatile, you will be automatically removed from this area of the mind and taken to a safer area of the mind. Use this as an opportunity to collect yourself. When you're ready, you will be able to easily return to where you left off to battle the darkness and chaos that has taken root in the client's subconscious.
I was bitten by an animal in my sleep. So I'm guessing we're supposed to enter the house, eh? Oh. Yeah, this reminds me a lot of Doorways. Okay. So the pattern is kind of like, well, not really sure what the pattern is, actually. Interesting. Kind of a complicated pattern. Ow. I want this. It was the worst birthday ever. Well, that one just left. Oh, I was tossed into the oven. Do I try to... Do they want high fives? We can do that. We can arrange that. Hi. If there's something I'm supposed to be doing here, I'm not sure what it is. Okay, I guess we were supposed to try to give them high fives. It was the worst birthday ever. Here are all the animals. I guess we've gotten past the most dangerous part of the subconscious. And And this is the end of the tutorial, I'm guessing. We were lost, but we found a house that looked nice. So I'm guessing we just get rid of all the Hansel and Gretel parts of the story and we just take all the other ones, right? Okay, well, I mean, is it just the story of Hansel and Gretel? I guess it's the opposite of what I was thinking. Take us to the forest to die. One time we got very lost. Found a house that looked nice. The house was trapped. Let's see. That? Nope, not that.
Take a moment and focus.
My sister saved me from becoming dinner is the last one, sorry. So it's this. Yeah, so it is the story of Hansel and Gretel. Right, because it's the demo. It's like the tutorial level. Gotcha, so it's not real.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's all rushing back to me. It's so awful, and I don't want to remember, but yes, I now know the face of my demon. My sister and I, we were taken out into the woods by my stepmother for one of her nighttime walks. We'd usually find our way back by leaving a trail of whatever we could grab before the walk. Marbles, pieces of paper, even pebbles. However, one night, she took us deep, deep into the woods. We brought some bread to leave a trail of crumbs, but all the forest creatures must have eaten them. We were lost, so lost. We tried to find our way back, but it was so dark, and we were in a very strange part of the woods. We were lost for days, hungry and tired. We finally found a house and were so hopeful that someone might be able to help us. That house, though, that house was no ordinary house. It looked like candy. And there was something off about it. We shouldn't have gone in, but we did. It was a prison for lost children like us. There was a woman in the house who would fatten her prisoners up and try to eat them, and that was going to be our fate. I was first. She tricked me into getting close to the oven, and before I knew it, I was inside. If it weren't for my clever sister Gretel pulling me out in time, I would have been burned alive. We escaped that house and found our way home. After that, things started to get better. Our awful stepmother passed away, and my family came into some wealth. I guess we just forgot about those events. I mean, how could you live with those images and memories inside your mind? Then again, they were always there. The old woman still torturing us beyond memory, beyond time. However, I can now confront my past, confront this trauma. Thank you. It is better to know than not to know.
Interesting. And I guess that's the first one. Alright, Neuroprober training complete is the achievement that I just unlocked. So yeah, pretty cool little concept for a game. I assume that, let's see, what else do we have? So I guess we only have 2 more clients right now because this is an early access, but I'm guessing there will be more later. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like it, and I'll see you guys in the next one, where we'll check out one of the other clients. See you later. Think critically.